Okay, so everyone, some tea has happened, and it is, ooh, like, why did I animate that? I didn't need to animate drinking. Sorry, I'm going so insane. So a lot of different celebrities and YouTubers have been speaking out against Jeffree Star because he's currently in one of the biggest controversies of his career, because it's every single controversy put into one. And you know what we call that? Carmageddon, bitch. So the Dolan twins have gotten wrapped up in all of this because they dropped James Charles around the time of the Dramageddon 2 so quickly and have seemingly supported Jeffree Star ever since. They've followed him, they've interacted with posts, they've done a collab with him. They seem to be on pretty good terms with him. It never seemed like a genuine friendship, but it always was like networking to me, which I seem to feel like a lot of these YouTube friendships are networking. And I'm not saying there's anything bad with that, but I'm just saying it's not genuine and people need to stop thinking that every single friendship on YouTube is real, because it's not. It's just for clout, and we need to understand that. So anyway, the Dolan twins have just unfollowed Jeffree Star. Now, like, there are so many things this could mean, you have no idea. Right at this moment, what I want to do is open the conversation up. So what I have done, as always, is ask my YouTube audience and my Twitter audience what they believe and think of the fact of the Dolan twins unfollowing Jeffree, because they actively supported Jeffree after Dramageddon 2 actively went against James during Dramageddon 2. They dropped him like that. Remember Sister Squad? They seemed like the best friends ever. I thought that was a genuine friendship, and there will be a video on that in terms of the Sister Squad and what went wrong and my opinions on that. That is coming, but the Sister Squad to me seemed really genuine, and Emma and the Dolan twins dropped James Charles like that, which means I believe something went on behind the scenes. But what I want to do is read out what you all think, and then I'm going to say my opinion at the end, and I'm going to comment on everything that y'all believe. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can't believe they've done this though. This is so shady, and you know what? Oof, this means something. So I put on my YouTube community and on my Twitter, how do you think the Dolan twins feel about Jeffree Star and James Charles? Your answers will be included in a video. Let's go through them. Ah man, I don't know anymore, because didn't James say in his No More Lies video that both of them, in terms of the Dolan twins, were the first people to check on him if he was okay? That is true. They did seemingly drop him during Dramageddon 2, but they did seem to be the ones that checked on him. Which is kind of weird, because it's like, why do publicly you go against him, but then privately you're his friend, you know what I mean? Or at least checking up on him. Things just for me isn't adding up, and I don't want to say that James lied saying that, in terms of James saying that they reached out, which could be a possibility. He may be telling a little fib. There was so much controversy around Grayson and James during that time that maybe James did say that, and it was not true, just to cover that section and close that. And it's so weird that they were being buddies with Jeffree right after, and then yesterday or so they unfollowed him in terms of Jeffree. Something is really going on, but I don't know anymore. I just hope maybe nothing has happened, and I hope that James is innocent, and Jeffree for once can stop being obsessed with taking James down. But yeah, I don't have a clue anymore. This is why I love opening it up, and I'm so grateful I have an audience that love having discussions, because we can feed off of what each other think and then make an educated guess. I'm confused because didn't James say in his No More Lies video that they were there for him during the entire start of the allegations? It makes no sense. Please no hate though, I could be wrong. The whole thing really needs to be reported to the police for an investigation for these serious allegations. They are very serious allegations, and I don't understand how they can just be allowed to be in the public, but no one really talks about it. You know what I mean? So many people seemingly have information and evidence, but all they do is just speculate, talk. Like, do you really have evidence then? If the voice note is Grayson, my heart breaks for him. If true, he was violated once and is being violated again. No one should ever use a sexual assault as tea or to blackmail people. Now, someone else said that. I am not assuming anything. I am not saying Grayson or Ethan were involved in that. If James said that they were the ones to support him during that time, I think that speaks for itself, but we don't know. I think most of us who have been paying attention have made the connection that the voice memo is maybe Grayson Dolan. It's so sad, and he's probably in a very uncomfortable situation. Again, let's not speculate on something that serious. For all we know, it isn't Grayson. So there's no point for something this serious to be pointing a finger and thinking who it is. We have to wait. And if they feel comfortable coming forward, then we listen. But if not, we have to learn that that's their decision. But Jeffree Star using this against people as blackmail is something that he can go to prison for. because I did my research and he can go to prison for blackmail. I love the Dolan twins. I just hope they don't insert themselves into this drama. They're doing great without them both. And someone said, I agree. Now, I don't really keep up with their videos. I know they've had a couple hardships within the past few years, losing family members, and my heart breaks and goes out to them. And you know what? They're thriving without the drama. I hope they can stay in that bubble of protecting each other and not being influenced by fake people. You know what? They have each other. LOL, such a random question. To this day, I wonder what the Dolan twins' opinion is of the whole Dramageddon situation. See, for me, I would be like, they dropped James like that publicly, so obviously they were against James, but James says that they supported him, so it's kind of like, and then like unsnap again, because they're going back and forth, and so someone is not telling the truth here, and it's like, who's lying to us, and why would you lie at the start? Fucking... I'm honestly not sure how I feel about it, but can I be honest? I don't understand how their name came from a text with Jeffree, but yet they never had to make a video and never addressed anything publicly. It's all conflicting because Jeffree said what he did in his text to James, yet James said that the twins were the first to support him. This is what I'm saying, the timeline does not make sense for anything. Yet we never see them hanging out as friends, so Sister Squad, we know, just kind of stopped. I'd love to be a fly in the wall to whether they were actually involved in this situation and manipulated by Jeffree. I appreciate all your hard work too, Adam, thank you. They still don't follow James, so you don't think that's kind of weird and shady? They've now unfollowed both Jeffree and James, but at two very different times. James said that they were there for him during the Dramageddon, so why did they unfollow him? I'm not implying anything, but after the No More Lies video, everyone was like, okay, we believe you, to James. And no further questions were asked. Kinda weird to me. And if you really start thinking about it, you really realize how much the timeline in James's video is not that accurate. But then again, Jeffree's one isn't that accurate, and I think when you have that many big personalities involved, it's gonna get conflicted, and someone's gonna tell a fabricated, maybe even just a little bit of a lie, and then that turns into something, so you know what I mean? I want to think they're on James Charles' side. I think everyone is thinking that something is wrong with Jeffree Star. I certainly think there's something fucking wrong with him. The fact he keeps looking for drama, yep, period. And then whenever he gets called out for it, he's like, oh man, I can't answer that because, my phone's broke, I swear. And I agree with that. Jeffree gets himself involved in things and he starts shit, and then whenever it backfires, he goes, oh, I'm away on a trip. You know what I mean? No. Where's your balls now, Jeffree? Like, stand up and tell the truth. Get off your hole and talk the truth. Because we know you can't do that. In my opinion, I think they're trying to avoid the entire situation because they've been focusing on their mental and physical health. So trying to pick sides right now would be hella stressful for them. And that could also be a thing. They just were like, you know what, it's not worth it, we're not picking sides, let's unfollow Jeffree too, and that could make them feel better in the situation. And if it does, I am happy for them. I hope they're in a really good place mentally and physically right now. They're two very talented boys, so they deserve the best. I'm not even fans of them, but I just wish them the best. Ethan and Grayson unfollowed almost everyone on Instagram, but I don't know when they did that. I think they're just trying to distance themselves from problematic people, and I believe that's what it is as well. It also has a hint of they unfollowed all the problematic people at once, or unless they were just unfollowing a bunch of people on their following list, and then we're like, we'll use this as an excuse to get rid of all the problematic people, because that is smart, and I believe these boys are smart. Personally, I feel like they're kind of distancing themselves. When they've seen firsthand how both of these people are in person, that is very true. I feel like they should make a statement, but if they don't want to, then that's fine. I fully understand and appreciate that. I just want to hear what their thoughts are like on this because they were friends with both of them. Also, I'd just like to know why they started hanging out with Jeffree. That is really weird. They randomly started being Jeffree's friend and did so many collabs with him and were tweeting each other, and it was really weird and really shady. Now, I do believe it was shady. I believe both parties were mad and just wanted to be shady and have that release. I think they have nothing in common between the Dolan twins and Jeffree, so I do think it was a shady thing. But it's like, why did they want to do a shady thing? You know what I mean? This is why I'm like... Anyways, despite all, Jeffree is a terrible person for holding a voice memo of a victim over James' head. Extremely fucked up. He keeps going back and forth saying he has it, he doesn't have it, he has it, he doesn't have it, which is very true. And now I said it from the start and I'll say it now, I don't think this voice memo exists because why is Jeffree holding this over people's head? He could go to jail for blackmail. That's why I don't think it exists, but that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? It seems weird and it seems suspicious. He's threatened to show it to so many people. It's like, you don't do that shit. Either way, Jeffree's just a really shitty person, so we are all in agreement. I really love the Dolan twins, but for the life of me, I don't understand why they associate themselves with Jeffree. If the victim really is one of them, then I'll support them, but at the same time, it's really disappointing for them all dragging it out. Even if they don't want to make a video about it, they should deal with this stuff in privacy, because everyone already kind of knows, so what's the point in being quiet? I am never going to jump out the window with anything I hear on social media. I agree, that's how you should always be. These are delicate issues when it involves abuse allegations. I 100% agree. And we must consider the victims. Yep. This may seem like entertaining topics, but at the same time, you have to realize that these are real people's lives. Yep, preach, preach, preach. We must be very careful before we condemn or redeem someone, and it is truly not our place to do so. We can have open discussions like you do in your videos, Adam, because you keep it respectful and have compassion. Just my opinion. Yeah, exactly. I'm never gonna say something and be like, this person is a victim, this person did this, you know what I mean? I like hearing people's opinions and then forming my opinion based on my own existing one, but now having kind of just everyone else's opinion. Because it's okay to change your initial thought. The Dolan twins have been through a lot this past year. I'm sure they don't need any more trauma, and I agree. And that's why I don't understand why they were friends with Jeffree in the first place, because he's such a toxic ass person, and I'm glad they got rid of him. Honestly, in every video I've seen of the twins with Jeffree, they legit look a little afraid of Jeffree. Anyone would. Jeffree's scary looking. He isn't scary, he's scary looking. I don't know about James, but in a few videos I've seen him make Ethan very uncomfortable. Isn't it weird that they did a collab with Jeffree Star after all this happened? Yeah, that's what it's like, ugh, for me. Like, why would they hang out together with a person who was falsely accusing their friend? You know what I mean? Considering in that James's No More Lies video, James said that both of the twins contacted him privately, I don't think the voice note is one of them. If James lied in his video, he would have been torn to shreds, and James would not risk lying in that video. You have to realize, he was in the worst situation ever. If he even lied one bit, people would discredit the entire thing. Jeffree is a scumbag and fabricates everything for his own personal game. As far as what the twins actually think about the situation, they probably care very little. The whole sister squad was obviously the four of them trying to play off of their different audiences for views and subs, which is fine, but they've had no other dealings with each other since then, and it's been over a year. I just think that the fact that the Dolan twins are being dragged into the situation by other people in terms of YouTubers sucks. They have their own shit to be dealing with, and Jeffree is purposely bringing them back into this. I agree, and that's really sad. I feel like they just want to be distanced from everything, especially since there's speculation around them and James. I don't blame them. Feel horrible for them. Jeffree brought them into the drama because he knew they wouldn't handle it, and how evil is that? And people on Twitter said Jeffree was never and will never be someone's friend ever. He's just collecting voice memos and some old bad shit on people so that he can always have blackmail. What a terrible, terrible person. Jeffree is the scum of the earth. In my opinion, they definitely miss James. They missed gaining thousands and millions of subscribers because of him, and because the sister squad ended, they don't gain off of each other anymore, so it's obvious that James helped their asses, and I do agree with that, but that's on a professional level, not a personal level. I think they may just want to stay away from the drama. They unfollowed mostly problematic people. Maybe they're just done with all the toxic shit. I agree, and good on them. Good on them, you know? I just think both of them don't want to be involved in drama, and Jeffree is drama. Probably no words. The twins most likely feel how we all felt, like they knew the whole story and that there's more coming out. The Dolan twins are opportunists. They clutch on to whoever has clout. I doubt they ever liked Jeffree or James, and that opens a whole new debate, and that's the last one I'm gonna say. Because people say that the sister squad was all for clout, which I think we can all agree with at this stage, but they also think that their friendship with James Charles was like that, but they also think that they did that to Jeffree Star as well. So I kind of believe that, in my opinion. But you know what? A lot of people on this platform use each other for views and stuff, so we can't really point at one person and be like, you did this wrong, because everyone does it on this platform. So my overall opinion, I feel like the twins are just done with problematic people, and they used unfollowing everyone as an excuse to get rid of Jeffree in that process. I'm sure they are so happy Jeffree is out of their life. They had to pretend to be his friend for a certain amount of time, and they were literally terrified of him in those videos, which is not shocking. They have sweeter personalities, and Jeffree is so harsh and evil, and it's clear why they didn't mix. I feel so bad that Jeffree has involved them again in all of this, and now that Blair's involved, and it's just so many speculations on Twitter and Reddit, and I hope they're doing okay. They've had so much happen to them within the past year, and I just want them to know that they have my utter support. I don't keep up with their videos, but you know what? I know they're good guys, they're decent guys, and they have my support because of that. They have all my love, and you know what? I send you my love from Derry in Ireland. So everyone, what is your opinion on the situation? Are you happy for the twins that they finally got rid of that toxic ass, ugly ass Jeffree Star? Because you know what? I am. Let me know in the comments below. Let's have a discussion. I love you. See you in my next one. Bye.